I have been in two minds about doing a car camp tonight. The car currently on the driveway is 40 degrees in the shade, but despite the heat, I'm going to shove all this in the car and then scoot off after work and see how it goes. But to help me with the heat tonight, I will have two secret weapons with me. This is one of them. Well, once again, we're all packed and all ready to go, so let's hit the show on the road. So today we are heading to a village called East Malling, and luckily for me, there is both a village hall and a separate village car park. It's quite amazing how fast the weather has changed, isn't it? One minute it's all cold and we're wearing jumpers, and the next minute we're in like a 30-degree heat wave. And to be honest, myself and Mrs. Hobbies, we are not lovers of the sun. In fact, I'd say we are sun haters. So that's pretty much why I was so unsure if I was going to go out tonight or not. That's also why we're not doing a couples car camp this weekend, because although Mrs. Hobbies could have done one, she'd hate it. And to be honest, two people in the back of here on a hot, stinky day, especially if you're somewhere where you're stealth camping, well, that's the recipe for a divorce right there. But I think the reality for why I decided to go out tonight is that, well, basically the summers are getting warmer and warmer and warmer year on year, and to not go car camping because it's too hot, well, probably means that I wouldn't car camp for the whole of summer. And hopefully my two secret weapons, well, they might make it a bit more bearable. We're not that far away now, so hopefully only about 10 minutes out. And we're here, and I've got a lovely little spot in the corner of the car park, which isn't quite flat, but I think it's the kind of not flat that I can manage, if you know what I mean. I think what I'm going to do now is get myself set up, go for a walk and see what's in East Malling, because I don't actually know what's here. Now, the all-important question for today as well is, do we have 4G for a live? Well, I have 2 bars, so a live might be possible. The reason why I'm setting the car up straight away is because I don't know what it's going to be like here later on. I highly suspect it's going to be super quiet and there's going to be no problems. But if there's one thing I've learned is get everything sorted first, because it just makes life so much easier later on. This is what I liked on the map about East Malling, the fact that the village was so near to the countryside. Now, I haven't got my running gear with me, but that's because I've been for a run already today. But what we can do is go for a nice little walk instead. I mean, we've got hours until it gets dark, although I do need to get back for the live though. Well, this is exactly what I was looking for from tonight's car camp. I was in the search of green. So the lovely folk at Klarus have sent me another light, which actually arrived today. So I'll show you that a bit later on. It's not a review, it's just showing you the light. The actual review will come later on. I am rather pleased to say it has completely cooled down now. It is particularly nice outside, actually, to be honest. There's a lovely cool breeze, still warm, but perfect for a wander. Well, as much as I would love to walk down this little forest path, unfortunately all of this here is thorny and I'm only wearing shorts. So on the safe side, I think we will stick on the road until we can find another path. We've done almost 2 miles already, so I suspect this is going to be a rather epic little walk through the country. And I am heading further and further away from East Malling on one level, so that's not all bad, but I just need to be aware of that for every metre I walk in this direction, that's another metre I have to walk back in that direction. So we're already on 2 miles from here to get back, and I think where I want to walk to could be a couple of miles up here. There's some woods. So yeah, we'll carry on going, see how we end up. Now, it's massively important that every car camp video has a heartfelt, deep moment. And I think this is my heartfelt, deep moment where I express the fact that this is why car camping is so good. Because I've driven half an hour from home, and I've got this whole massive expanse all to myself. There is literally no one here. It is just complete peace and tranquility, where all you can hear is the wind in the trees, and it is lovely. So I've had to check Google Maps just to see where I am and to make sure I'm walking in the right direction. And up here, I've seen a village. Now, I'm quite keen to see if I can get there. You'll see why when we get there. So you might have seen it on my community page already, but something I'm debating is doing a car camp and airsoft episode. Now, I haven't played airsoft for years, and actually if you go back far enough in my playlists you'll find my old airsoft videos. So I'm debating it at the minute. There is a site quite close to me and I haven't car camped in that area, so I could quite happily do a car camp. So it's definitely an idea for the future, but otherwise it could be quite a laugh. So we have very nearly reached the village I wanted to get to, albeit it's going to take me 2 hours to get back after getting there, but we're nearly there. Okay, well, we are very nearly here, and we have walked all this distance because I can say I have walked to, yep, the North Pole. Although I'm slightly disappointed. I thought it was a village. I didn't realise it was just a pub. So after all that fun and walking, it literally is now probably about a 2-hour walk back to the car. So I best get a move on. Well, it's 10 past 10. We're back to the car, and first things first, I need some decaf. So the all-important question is, how hot is the car? Well, the answer is a rather toasty 25.3 degrees or thereabouts. But I'm sure you want to know, what are my two secret weapons that I have tonight? Well, the first one uses the jackery, and you can probably hear it already. And here is secret weapon number one. It's my trusty house fan, and what's amazing is that it's only using about 29 watts of power, so I can quite happily leave that on for quite a while. Absolutely perfect food when it is stiflingly hot in your car, you don't want to use your gas, you can't really open your windows because you're stealth camping. Nothing beats a pot noodle cooked with thermos water. Perfect. Now, you might have missed my very subtle product placement a second ago, but I mentioned earlier that the lovely folks at Klarus had sent me another light, and that is this one. So this is the WL3, and much like the CL2 I have over here, this is a light and a battery bank, and actually this battery bank is even more powerful than the CL2. But that's all I'm going to tell you about this, because what I'm going to do is a proper review where I'm going to talk about the WL3 and all its features, the CL2 and all its features, and the one behind me is the CL3. So I'm going to do a whole Klarus light feature on all the lights that I've been sent. Now, I've shown you my first secret weapon that I'm using to help myself keep cool in what is a hot box tonight, but the second item is a lot simpler and doesn't require any electricity. And my second secret weapon is this. Now, what is that, I hear you say? This is basically a piece of fabric that you put water on it, you rinse it out, but it holds on to the water, even though it doesn't drip. You can then put it on your face or your body or whatnot, and it will keep you super cold, and eventually, once the water has evaporated from within the material, you just put more water on it and it goes again. We actually bought these when we went on holiday in Europe a couple of years ago, and these are absolutely amazing, and for weather like this I highly recommend. So what I'll do, I'll put a link to these in the bottom description. These are £13 for 4, so they're well cheap, but these are really cool. Too warm for pot noodle. Told you what the second one is. You'll have to watch the video to see. So I have another secret weapon which I think will be very good. So we could call ourselves the Fat Car Campers Club. That's got a ring to it, hasn't it? Well, Well, it's only taken me 4 months since the last one, but that was my car camping live part 4, and once again I absolutely loved it. And if you've ever seen my lives, then you'll know I have a habit of just talking and talking and talking, and I always have to make a conscious effort to make sure I actually stop. And because I've started the live so late, because I was out walking for so long, it is now 12:05, and that was still a 40-minute live. Time just goes so fast on lives. It is so strange, but I could literally talk for hours and hours, and yeah, no, they are funny, and I do enjoy it, and I will be doing more of them in the future, I promise. I will get better. I mean, I do try to do them when I can, and recently a lot of the park ups I've been at hasn't had very good 4G, so I've not been able to do them. But I had 2 bars today, and that seemed to be enough. So yes, you will see more lives in the future. And if you haven't been to my live before, try to keep an eye out for it. It'll randomly pop up, and when it does pop up, say hello. Now, something I haven't done for absolutely ages is do the whole what is it like outside shot to end up with. That's mainly because everywhere I normally car camp, I'm stealth car camping, so I can't open my door and put the hazards on because everyone will know I'm here. But because of where I am tonight, I don't have that problem. So let's have a look outside. Okay, and there you go. It's just that mobile home in the middle. Got a few cars over here. Otherwise, it's just me here. Considering all the lights are on in my car, there's absolutely no light bleed whatsoever. That's how good the blackouts are, to be honest. Okay, and that's always the problem when you come outside. That car I thought was going to come in here, and I was going to look well suspect, sitting in the corner on my mobile phone. But luckily they were just turning around. But right, I'm going to get in the car before anyone else comes. Well, on that note, I think it is time for me to hit the sack. It is 12:30 and I am knackered now, so I will see you again in the morning. Well, I think it's fairly safe to say that last night was actually the best night's car camping sleep I've had in quite a long time. Last few car camps I haven't slept particularly well, but here was so quiet last night. I literally heard nothing, and the fact I'm even behind a train station, I didn't even hear a train until just now, so it's obviously not a particularly busy line. But yeah, this was an absolutely fantastic park up. This is a lovely way to start the day. It's been ages since I've done this on a car camp. Just lay down on the bed and chill and enjoy the sounds of nature. But this is it. This is exactly why we all car camp, because we all love these kind of moments when you find this kind of park up where it is just simply so peaceful and there's no noise apart from the train and there's no people, and it's just really, really nice. But what I am going to do now though, I am going to get up and go for a little walk around East Malling. One absolutely magnificent day it is this morning. Tell you what, I am super gutted I didn't take my running gear with me. I really didn't think I'd be up in time to do any running, but this is the other side of where I was yesterday, so I haven't explored any of this yet. It is vast. So I think it is undoubtedly safe to say I am definitely coming back to this area, mainly for the running. What I did yesterday, I actually did 7 miles on that walk, and I barely even scratched the surface of the area, so it is perfect. Rather cool with the car park we had last night is that although there's no facilities, it's the kind of one where we could actually couples car camp, because we were nicely tucked away, hidden in the corner, so you could put the collapsible next to the car and no one would see us. How lovely is this? Well, that was a rather lovely walk around the area, and although it is absolutely roasting hot and it's only 9:30, my car is quite happily in the shade under the tree. So I did what you said, HB. I found the under the tree shady spot. But yes, that is me pretty much done. So just to be different, I'm going to end it here rather than getting in the car and doing that normal business. So I hope you've enjoyed my little car camp in East Malling. And if you was able to join me on my live, thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed that too. So I'm not sure when my next car camp will be, and whether it'll be a solo or a couples, we'll have to see how it goes. But anyway, I need to get home, so until next time, take care.